Hey guys, today we're working on a piece that I have written and I'll just play it for you. Sounds like this. So forth. That's a little bit of it for you. Hello, I'm Shawn Cheek. Welcome to my ShawnCheek.com videos. On my website, ShawnCheek.com, you can print out the PDF of this. Okay, this is something I wrote, and along with other pieces that I will write. They'll be on there too. But you can print out the PDF of this. If you're a member, you just click on the PDF and it'll come up. You can save it or you can print it, whatever you want to do, so you can have music to practice with. But let's get started here. I'm assuming you can read music a little bit already. If you can't, you need to try my Sight Reading Boot Camp series on ShawnCheek.com. It will really get you jump started into reading music, reading it faster and better, so it's not so difficult for you. But let's get started here. At the beginning we have 3 flats, so we know we're going to have B and E and A flat, okay? B, E, and A are going to be automatically flat. Alright, I'm going to pull up my highlighter here. So we're going to start up there where I put a bracket on a G. Here's middle C, here's the next C. So we're on that G, okay? You ought to know immediately that that's a G. And we're just going to go down in a scale fashion. So G is the first note, then F, and then we have an E flat, and then a D. Now the E is flat because of the key signature, okay? And we are in 3/4 times, so 3 counts per measure. 1, 2, 3, E, and so 4/16 notes, da 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 da. Okay? And all of that's explained in the Sight Reading Boot Camp series, rhythms, how to count rhythms, and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to get too basic on that. I'm going to assume you already have some knowledge. Alright, so G, F, E flat, D, ba 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 in a 16th note pattern, da 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 da. And then this measure we have E flat again. And then we go down to G. Okay, now G's not going to be too loud because it's not part of the melody. Ba 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 bum, bum. And then we're going to come back up to a high G up here. We're going to do that little scale pattern again. G, F, E flat, D. And I'm using fingers 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay? And so this is kind of a free, expressive, flowing style. So that's what we want to go for. Alright, so if we start right here with the right hand, we have 1, 2, da 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 da, 1, 2, 3, and okay, so we're just going to go that far. And let's look at the left hand. We have E flat on the left hand. Here's middle C. Here's an E flat below that. And then up to B flat. And then up to F. Now this is an F here on the left hand. 2 ledger lines and then an F. E flat, B flat, F. Now you're going to put that F with the G on the right hand, which will kind of sound like that. It sounds really nice if you play it in the right balance, not too loudly. Okay, so if we start here, we have 3 and 1 and 2. Lost my video there. I need to change my settings to where my computer won't turn off. I'll do that in the next video. But see, so we have these to play together, then left, and we play together there. 3 and 1 and 2. And I am using the pedal, the sustain pedal, the pedal on the right on your piano, or the foot switch that plugs into the back of your keyboard that says damper or sustain. Okay, so I went to here. Okay, now let's continue on. The right hand has an E flat, and then we're down to low E flat right here. Then we're going to go up back to the high G, G, F, E flat, D, just like we've had 2 previous times. G, F, E flat, D. Okay? Now let's take a look at the left hand here. We're going to go down to a C, and then up to a G, and then up to a D. So you play hands together there, right there. All right, so hands together on that one, and then left, and then together, and then right there, ba 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 ba. Again, so let's go that far from the very beginning. 1, 2, 3, and a 1. Oh, sorry, E flat on the left hand. Let's do it again. 3, E, and a 1, and 2. Okay, see how the D and the E flat kind of bite a little bit, and they're supposed to, if you don't play them too loudly. All right, now we go to this measure here, which is, okay, so that's going to be E flat on the right hand, then down to lower E flat, and then up to D. Okay, on the left hand we have a low A flat. Okay, and I can just hear some of you saying to me in email or whatever, we're going too fast, or we need to slow down and explain this a little more. You need to do the sight reading boot camp series. All the basics are in that. Do that first and then come talk to me. Alright, so you really need those basics first. So A flat, and then up to E flat, and then up to A flat, back down to E flat, and then up to B flat, and back down to A flat. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and, okay? Now if I put hands together, the ratio is 2 to 1. So I play one note in the right hand for every 2 in the left. 1, 2. Melody note, so I'm not going to play it too loudly, okay? So 1 and 2 and, I played it loudly, didn't I? Let's do it again. 1 and 2 and, okay, now let's go from the beginning and add that measure on, okay? Ready? 1, 2. Alright, so now let's look at this measure, which is 1 and 2. The way you should really practice this is kind of the way that we're going at it, which is one measure at a time. Learn that measure and then add another measure on. Learn that measure and then add another one, kind of the chain method, I call it. 3. Okay, so C, down to a low, middle C, and then G, A flat. Okay, so this will be count 1, and this is count 2 and 3 and ba-bum. Okay, so this left hand is a low A flat down here, up to E flat, and then up to B flat. You play that B flat with the middle C together, like that. So if we start right here, we have 1 and 2 and 3 and okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and let's add that on to what we know. 1 and 2 and metronomic, but of course we want to play with feeling and expression, so you can take some time, little liberties with the tempo as you play it expressively. Now the next measure is a little bit more involved. Okay, so that's going to be B flat, below middle C, and F, and B flat together. And then I'll play that with 1, 3, and 5. That way with finger 2 I can do the E flat that's next. Then here I'm going to use 2 and 5 on E flat and B flat, down to D on the thumb, and then D on the thumb again with the B flat on the top, and then back to E flat. Okay? Alright, so if you haven't printed out your PDF for this, if you're on the site, you should do that so you can mark on your music. Definitely do that, because you always print it out again and have a fresh copy. So print it out and make marks on it. Okay? And left hand's going to have G, low G, and then up to E flat, and then up to B flat, back down to E flat, back down to low G, back up to E flat. Okay, if we put hands together, you place hands together 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Melody's kind of in the middle here. F, E flat, D, D, E flat, do 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 do. let's add it on to what we have. 1, 2. Measure in this free part 1. Alright. You notice the memberships on ShawnCheek.com are a little more expensive than the ones on my other site, webpianoteacher.com. Mainly that's due to because of the PDFs. It takes me a lot of time to create these PDFs so that you can print them out on this. So you're getting a lot of extra value there. Anyway, so we have C, E flat, and B flat on the top, and then an A flat. Oops. I'll change my settings so the screen will not turn off. Alright, so C, E flat, B flat, then an A flat, then here we have C, E flat, A flat. So C, E flat, A flat, and then G, A flat, and the rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and alright. On the left hand we have a low A flat, and then up to an E flat, up to a B flat, back down to an E flat, and then up to an A flat. Okay, sort of like this measure, sort of like that one. Let's play it hands together. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and I kind of pedal once a measure, sort of. I'll pedal a little more than that, but once a measure is a good rule of thumb on this one. 1 and 2 and 3 and now let's do it all. 1, 2. There's your free part 1. The rest of the lessons, of course, are on ShawnCheek.com, along with the PDFs you can download. Hope you guys enjoy it.